What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Valley Up podcast. I'm your host, Attorney Danny Gonzalez, the car accident champion, your advocate in your car accident case. Today, we got a special guest, the Valley's very own offensive lineman for the UTRGV Vaqueros, Tank Medina. Frank the Tank Medina, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just glad to be here and glad to talk to you.
Get it in, baby, get it in!
Touchdown.
No, man, I'm glad that you're here. And like I mentioned earlier, you're one of the last missing pieces from the Valley players that we hadn't gone on. And I'm really, glad that you were able to make it, man. So I really appreciate you coming by today. Because I know you got some, pretty big plans later on,
sir.
right? Got a little NIL deal going on with Wing Barn.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that, man.
They reached out to me. They started out in the Valley, and just being from the Valley as well, they wanted to collaborate with me, and it's cool. Just to get to talk to them, and they helped me out, get my name out there, and it's a cool experience.
And what do they have you doing, if you don't mind me asking?
We're not we call sometimes we plan, but this past week I did a little quick video with them. It's actually on my Instagram, and just a little quick, just go order in. It's like background music, order in, and then just say after every practice, after every game, Wingborn hits the spot.
Hell yeah, but and so do you have a special maybe like dish that you like to get from there in particular?
I'm actually a basic wing guy. I like mild wings, some good fries and ranch.
Same here, man.
Yeah.
Just give me some mild, some lemon pepper.
Yeah, the ranch is good too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
There you go, guys. Hit up Wing Bar.
Yeah, for sure.
And so tonight, you're gonna do like another little commercial there right now?
Actually, I got a phone call with them, and then we're gonna see where we go from there.
Nice, man.
Yes, sir.
But congrats on that, man.
Appreciate it.
And so, Frank, you're from the Valley, right?
Yes, sir.
You went to San Benito.
Yes, sir.
So how does it feel to be playing for the UTRGV Vaqueros?
It's a crazy experience. I didn't think I'll ever be here in this position. And, I just try to work hard every day because I feel like it's a responsibility on me, especially because there's I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest. So just younger kids from the Valley looking at me, I feel like I got a job to do. So it's a good experience. It's I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here.
No, and I would say that you guys are doing a pretty good job, the whole Vaquero team in general.
Sir.
I mean, you guys are now, what, 7-3?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, sir.
So that's pretty amazing, man. I mean, what were your expectations before the season, would you say?
No one could really plan out what's going to happen, but I have confidence in my team because we worked pretty hard and over the year, and just confidence in myself. I know we're going to be able to have a winning season, and just our bond together, it's special. So I know all of us wanted it. I know all of us want to go far, and we're going to keep working hard.
No, and you all have been doing great. Right?
Yes, sir.
And I kind of felt that, from the beginning of the season, had a vibe that you all would be here.
Yes, sir.
In a sense of, having a winning season. With 2 games left, Frank, what would you say is the goal for the end of the season?
So, obviously win both of them, if there's no playoff talk and all that, hopefully, just start getting back into the off-season vibes. We'll get back to hard working and, I gotta get my conditioning up.
No, so on that point of the playoffs, right? I was gonna ask you about that, even Eddie Lee Marbury a little bit later on. So tell us a little bit about that. What would have to happen in order for y'all to maybe be in the playoffs? Because this is 24 team playoff.
I believe
right?
so, yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still learning as well, because
No, same.
I didn't even think I was playing college ball a year ago. So this is it's a whole new experience for me. But I don't know. Around with SFA being on top, I believe this next game might determine it with Lamar and SFA.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I got to ask some couple of teammates about that because I'm learning as well.
Yeah, I don't know. And of course, I mean, those games that against Lamar, against SFA, I mean, I felt like they were pretty close games in the sense that, I mean, you guys were right there, you know,
That's
player
right.
or two here and there. So I want to say that, you know, ultimately you compete with those guys and hopefully, you know, at the end of the season, who knows, right?
That's right.
I mean, a lot could happen in the next 2 weeks,
Exactly. Yes, sir.
right? So all y'all could do is just focus on these next 2 games and, like you said, try to get those dubs, right?
Yes, sir.
Try to get those wins. And I mean, if so, I mean, again, you all have already had a great season,
Yes, sir.
you know, I will say. And of course, if you all win the next 2 games, I mean, 9-3, I mean, that's pretty good, you
Exactly.
know, season, man.
Yes, sir.
So, Frank, for sure, one of the things I wanted to ask, right, is your story about how you ended up at UTRGV,
Yes, sir.
right? Because you started off at Kingsville A&M,
Yes, sir.
right? And then what happened?
Just some things didn't work out over there. Decided to end up quitting. That's hard on any football player to quit. So, I just finished the semester off, came back home for the spring, started working in a warehouse. It's from January to March. During that time, I was just dealing with like heavy depression. They didn't know what I was gonna do in life. And, I reached out to my head coach from high school. Shout out Coach Gomez. He, I asked him if I could just go work out or even go coach. And, he welcomed me with open arms, said, yeah, come by. I go by, I was doing drills with the younger guys. I help out the O-line, just coach them up. And he was telling me that they're having tryouts soon. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. And, obviously me, I was like, I thought I was done with football. I thought I was closed book already. And, he was getting me in shape. And he told me one day, which kind of stuck with me. He was like, either you make it or you don't make it. You have nothing to lose. So why not try? So, you know, uh, I got the trial information and, got through with the tryouts and fortunate enough to make it through.
So you made the team.
Yes, sir.
Nice. And now you're starting, right?
Actually, I was in a competition battle with our actually starting right guard. His name is Vicente Hughes. He's a grad student, learning a lot from him, which I'm glad I lost. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I lost the competition battle, but I'm glad I got to I'm competing with someone like him. Learning a lot from him, and it's gonna help me these next couple of seasons from learning from him.
And so your plan is to keep on playing here
Of
for the
course,
Vaqueros, right?
yes, sir.
Finish off your collegiate career here.
Yes, sir.
So we want to hear it, man.
Yeah,
You know?
yes, sir. Yeah,
Definitely, man. And of course, so stoked that we have a football team down here in the Valley.
yes, sir.
But what's even more amazing is that players like of course, Eddie Lee,
Yes, sir.
Nathan,
Yes, sir.
Fabian, you all have been playing, you all have been contributing to this amazing season that the Buckeyes have been having.
Yeah,
So again, it's one thing amazing to have the team, and then two, you know, players from the Valley are
right.
on the team contributing, man.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, the best I can say is, kudos to you guys, and
Yeah.
you guys are really, I would say, maybe you don't even know it at this moment in time, but leaving an impact, right,
Yeah.
on the Valley. With that being said, man, what is your ultimate goal, I guess, legacy that you would want to try to leave while you play?
I kind of just want to be known as a hard worker. With all the disadvantages I have, I don't see it as a disadvantage. I just see it as a obstacle to go over. And no matter what happens while I'm here, I want to be known as, oh, he gave it his best no matter what. And just have these younger guys they think they're too short, they think they're too slow. I want them to know that anything's possible, and that's kind of what I want to leave behind.
So with that being said, Frank, I mean, your story, right? Working at a warehouse and now playing for the TRGV Vaqueros.
Sir.
What, I guess, words of encouragement would you give to, I would say, of course, the Valley kids, but any young kid trying to play for a D1 football team?
No matter how low you are in life, just don't give up because there's always people you could talk to, or there's even things you can do for yourself. Growing up, I struggled with self-love, and I found out my passion is obviously playing football, but also helping out people reach their goals. And, just the thing I want to leave behind is, like I said, don't give up, keep working hard. Tough love helps a lot, especially from coaches. So if you have to play a sport, play a sport. I would advise that like a lot. Uh, just every obstacle that comes your way is a lesson, and everything that's planned ahead is already planned ahead because it's God's plan.
There you go. No, man. Wise words, I would say.
Yeah. I try to be. Yeah.
So you wear the number 70, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where did that number come from?
You know, it was kind of handed to me, but it's funny because in 8th grade, I started playing football in 8th grade. It wasn't very good. In 8th grade, I wore, I believe, 64. And then going to 9th grade, which I wasn't very good again, wore 65. And then that's when kind of COVID hit. And then coming back from my sophomore year, actually, I didn't even make the team my sophomore year. This is post-COVID. So they had tryouts. I didn't make the team until, you know, some kid his parents didn't want to risk him getting COVID. So that's when they called me up saying, hey, you could come by. You know, some kid didn't want to do it. So I was like, oh, wow, I made it actually. So then we walk into the locker room and I see 65 right there on the floor. I'm like, oh, you know, that's my number from when I was in 9th grade. The guy in front of me got it. So I was like, ah, dang. Next number on the floor was 70. And, you know, just actually, and people think, well, in my head, when I tell people that story, they think, oh, you just got 70 like handed down to you, no points. When I got that number, I felt like it made a change in my life because after I committed to playing football that sophomore year, it was hard work. You know, COVID made me, I gained 30 pounds in COVID. You know, I was not in shape at all. And that year, you know, that year of joining that, I had a coach that, you know, he broke me down, but he also built me back up. So when I got 70 that year, you know, this is a kind of a, you know, just a new person in me. And, you know, just I was able to bring it up from my sophomore year to my senior year. And now on the college level, I feel like a number represents me pretty well.
No, man, it does seem like God's plan.
Yeah.
I mean, even going back just a little while ago, the warehouse story, and then now, I mean, you just mentioning that, you know, the parents of that one kid didn't want,
Yeah.
you know, their kid to, you know, play during COVID, and then
Sir.
he ended up playing, and then that number. So no, man, it does seem that, you know,
Sir.
God's with you, man,
Yeah.
and God's with the Vaqueros, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes, sir.
Any top 3 favorite NFL players that, you know, you've always kind of done like those are guys that, damn, I mean, they're beast.
You know, actually, because I started football, so like I wasn't really a big football watcher on TV. And you know, I'm still learning. I'm still learning names on there. Obviously, I know the big ones.
Right.
But actually, a new guy that got drafted, I believe, this past year, his name's Willie Lampkin.
Okay.
He's actually, I believe his last name's Lampkin. He's actually 5'11" offensive lineman too. He played at dang, I can't remember the school, but you know, just him being that size, not that far away from me. I think he weighed less than me, which is I gotta cut down. But you know, just seeing that what he did and accomplish his goals, it's kind of inspiring, you know, and it makes me want to work harder too.
No, man. And really, I mean, I think you've hit it on the head. I mean, it's all about really hard work and dedication.
Sure, I like to use the word grit, you know,
Yeah.
because you know I wouldn't be anywhere where I am right now without grit.
Yeah. No, and it is that grit that you need in order to, well, succeed, but to accomplish your goals and dreams,
Sure.
right? And I mean, again, right? Did you ever dream that you would be here this moment in time?
I did not, you know, just like I said, you know, before last spring, you know, when I was working that warehouse job, you know, I was in the lowest of lows, you know, just depression, you know, I hate to bring it up, but like suicide thoughts and all that. And, you know, like I said, if anybody has those, talk to your parents, talk to friends, talk to anybody.
Right.
I'm fortunate enough to have my mom, and she was able to talk with me about it. And, you know, just even my head coach, you know, he helped me out so much. But, you know, just all that, you know, it's going through everything like that. Like I said, grit, even God's plan. I did not think I was gonna be here, even like alive to be here. And seeing where I'm at now, you know, it shows me that anything's possible.
Yeah, no, exactly. Anything is possible.
Sir.
And yeah, no, man, you know, it can be tough, right?
Sir.
Every day, you know, but relying on friends, family, it's crazy how much it could motivate you,
Sir.
right? And,
Yeah.
you know, and tell you, hey, I mean, you're not the only one maybe feeling that way, right? I mean,
Exactly.
it sometimes comes in waves too, right?
Sir.
But no, the main thing is to talk about it, right?
Exactly.
And to understand that it's okay to have those feelings, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then ultimately just, you know, try to think about, you know, being positive, giving
Sir.
back,
Exactly.
helping others. You'd be surprised how much that really kind of, I guess they brings value to,
Exactly.
you know.
It could help a lot.
Yeah,
Change a lot.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
And so, no, Frank, you're doing, you know, a great job. And,
Sir.
you
Appreciate
know, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, the whole valley, right, is behind the Vaqueros, but you guys are raising the valley.
Sir.
It may not even seem like it, but there's kiddos out there, looking up to you guys. So, do the best that you can do, and I know you guys have been doing that, and
Sir.
it definitely does show on the field. Not only on the field, but I mean, look at y'all's record. Look at
Sir.
what y'all have accomplished, right?
Yeah.
And right now, I guess, what's the overall vibe of the team? Would you say?
The vibe of the team, it's I like I said the word grit already, but we're like a brotherhood. Everybody could tell. Everybody could like say if someone's having a bad day, you could tell. You could tell which like he's having a bad day. So like you want to bring him up. We're just really good at when someone's down, bring them up to their best. And like I said, it's like a brotherhood. I wouldn't want to change it for the world. Just for give a little example, when we played against Prairie View, it was the fourth quarter. We were down, and I jumped off sides, and I thought I ended the game for us. I thought, oh man, like I just lost this game for us. Well, my offensive line, they brought me up. They said, hey, we're gonna get the ball back and we're gonna score. And that's what we did. We scored and we won the game. So like I said, like I wouldn't want to face that, and I wouldn't want to place that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, it's a team effort,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, sir.
And it's not just one player making all the plays. And if the team is united, I mean, you guys are so much stronger. And I think
Yes, sir.
from basically this whole season that I've been doing this podcast, I mean, that's one of the reoccurring themes, right? Is a brotherhood,
Sir.
right? The brotherhood, and it shows what brotherhood could do,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it could do amazing things, which essentially you guys have done, right?
Sure. And actually, one thing too about that is like you don't want to let the person next to you down.
Right.
So you want to do your best, and that's the thing that lingers in my mind every time I'm on the field, is that if I don't make this block, the running back can't do his best. So I got to make that block, and then when he scores a touchdown, it's a little part of me is like, oh, I helped him score him. I helped him. So I want to go celebrate with him. I want to do this. Yeah. So don't want to let even my offensive line guys. We have combo blocks. If I don't give them my best, then it might ruin the combo, and it might just ruin the play in general. So that's basically what it comes down to.
No, everyone's got to do their part, man.
Sorry.
And that's what you guys have been doing. So I know, of course, the next two games. How do these two games kind of look? I mean, I know, of course, every game you take, week in, week out, take them serious. But how these two teams look, McNeese and then
East Texas, I
yeah,
believe so.
East Texas.
Both good teams. Just you can't really plan what's going to happen except when it happens on game day. But we do watch film. We do watch film. We do game plan, and it's gonna be the same that we do every week. Just watch film, practice hard against scouts. The scouts give us good looks, and I like to experience on a game day. Because you could plan all this, you could plan like everything that's gonna happen, but you won't ever know until on game day. But they're good, both good teams. Every team in this college, like D1 level, is a good team. You can't I mean, even this conference, you had some teams lose to big teams, and it's crazy. But just can't doubt anybody, can't underestimate anybody. You got to take them you got to play them at your best. And Coach Bush actually says, every time we play a new team, like a new week, he always says it's about us this week. It's only about us. We can't really focus on them, focus on us. So I mean, that's kind of how I break it down.
And we've had Coach Bush on this podcast. How has he been as a head coach?
He's like I said, every coach I have is like a father figure for me. So just seeing how hard he works, and how every speech he gives, it fires me up. And even a part of that, like he was the one that told me I got on scholarship. So that was even like like I'm able to catch his attention and catch it, like able to get like even words of wisdom from him. It's inspiring.
So you're on scholarship right now?
Yes, sir. Full scholarship. Yes, sir.
Congrats on that, bro.
Thank you.
Sheesh, she got an AL deal and you're on scholarship. Let's go, bro.
I just keep working hard. That's all I can say. It's been a hard working journey.
No, man, congrats, brother.
Sir, thank you.
Congrats. And so I don't want to get too ahead of myself in the sense of, kind of next season, right?
Yes, sir.
But I mean, what do you think, I guess, is the future next season, seasons after? What would you say? I mean, it's more so next season. What would you say, like, the goal is, the direction is?
Obviously to make this program big and known around the nation. We have UTSA, And it's a big game. People doubting us. Just want to, I guess, not prove the doubters wrong. Not prove the doubters wrong, but prove our supporters right.
Right.
And just keep working hard. And I mean, that's all we can do. Keep working hard as a team. Coach Bush always says that we're gonna only have this team once. Next year is to be a whole different team.
Right.
So I know we're gonna take that brotherhood every year, and that's gonna be our motive.
And of course, like we had discussed earlier, I mean, you're intending to stay here,
Yes, sir.
UTRGV. Would you say, I mean, of course, you can't speak for anyone else, right? But you think everyone else is kind of feeling the same way? I mean, like this brotherhood is so unique that they want to be part of it next year and stuff like that?
So I believe so. A lot of big names here, but I believe we have something special, and like even just brotherhood aspect. And it's hard to find that in other places. And I feel like I talk to some of the other guys that transferred. They say like they love the valley, they love the scenery, they love even just the brotherhood in general. Like on this team, we do have fights, but at the end, brothers fight all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so I believe they're gonna stay.
Good, man. And,
Sure.
we look forward to that. And of course, that'll be next season. And during the spring, we'll kind of have a better idea of, next season. But yeah, I know right now, of course, is trying to finish the season as best as you all can, which
Sure.
is trying to get those back-to-back dubs. Just a couple more questions, man. And the first ever game, home game, UTRGV, right? Home here at Backer Stadium. What was going through your mind, running onto the stadium? Basically, what was your feeling that day?
That first game was something special. I haven't played prior to that. I haven't played a football game since I think 2022. My last senior game, and just being able to do that and then walking out of the tunnel and seeing the stands, and like yeah, I don't play football with my glasses on, obviously, so I can't see. But knowing that my mom and my family's in the stands, every time I go out there and my family's in the stands, I don't want to let them down. It's the biggest thing. And also another thing is like I don't want my sisters to see me get punked. So so going out there and just experiencing that whole experience, it's mind blowing. Even at the D1 level, big stands. Like yeah, SMU was big, but those stands are something else.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then just being like I said, being there with like my brothers and all that. It's I wouldn't want to change it in the world. It's something else.
What would you say about the Valley rallying behind the Vaqueros?
It's really cool. Other places, they bring them down. But I love our supporters. Our supporters, even like when people in the Valley like do bash us a little bit, you do have those strong Valley supporters that defend us. Yeah, and then even me, like I know being from here and I'm playing football here, there's people that go around and just hate.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I always told like the other guys that come transfer down here, that when one team makes it to deep in the playoffs, everybody in the Valley supports that one team.
Exactly.
So I always tell them that's like the biggest love of the Valley.
Right, right, right. All right. Well, Frank, thank you so much for being here. Right, last resting piece of the Valley players. Thank you for everything that you're doing for the Valley, the Vaqueros, man. We're all behind you guys, and we want nothing for the best for you guys. So just keep on working hard, do everything that you're doing, man. Doing a great job, man. So that's all we got here for you guys. Another episode of the Valley of Podcasts. Tune into the next one. Valley